Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 13th. We're just going to jump right in here, Gemini, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And that's going to be that. So let's see here. And sorry, I'm choking, but you have this time to go card. Some of you definitely could be leaving a relationship, a marriage, because you have the Four of Wands there. I feel like you've been on the way out for a while. So I don't really see this as a surprise. You do have the Three of Swords, which could be some like sadness, but I wouldn't really worry about that. Let's see where this is going. And you have the Sun. So you have really good cards, and the Sun obviously is very positive, best card in the deck. So there is a lot of happiness coming in for you. But let's see here. You have this time to go card. It's kind of like there's a doorway right down here. Sorry, I don't know where my finger is. It's down here. So there's a doorway off in the distance, and she's kind of like been in limbo for a while. So I feel for a lot of you that maybe you've been kind of in this in-between world. Maybe you've been in limbo and you've been waiting to make a decision. And we see that in the entire reading. So that's what your reading is about. You have the Four of Wands, which is like literally needing to cross through a portal. You have the Magician. He's pointing to the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is all about moving on to the other side, moving to calmer shores. You have the Temperance card to the Two of Wands. Again, Two of Wands about making a change, moving on from what you have known for a very long period of time. Temperance tells me you tried to fix a situation and maybe it just ended in heartbreak or disappointment. It's kind of weird because I put that Three of Swords down. I was like disappointment, which Three of Swords, could Three of Swords could be disappointing, but it's not a card of disappointment. But I got the word disappointment there, so I feel like something that maybe you tried to fix didn't work out, and it could be anything. It could be it's showing up as love, but it could be a business, a career, job, whatever. So again, you have the Four of Wands. I love the Four of Wands, though, because the Four of Wands is a card of celebration. These people are celebrating on the other side of the Four of Wands. They're having a celebration. They're having a good time. It's also a card of freedom. So I feel like you're being set free here, Gemini, and I feel like you're being set free towards like a bigger and brighter future because, again, we go like this. You have the Four of Wands to the Temperance card down to the Sun. It's like this freedom or what you are working towards is the Sun. The Sun is true freedom. The Sun is happiness, joy, enlightenment, like all sorts of good things. So I feel like if you cross through this portal, which your first card is a portal card, you need to cross through that portal on that card. There's a celebration on the other side. You have the Magician, and the Magician represents a new beginning. So I do feel there's like a new beginning, clearly, coming in for you. But it's probably going to be a little bit of a sacrifice because he's pointing to that Six of Swords. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next, you have the Ten of Wands. Whatever situation you're leaving, I feel has created like too many burdens in your life. The Four of Wands and the Sun are about kind of the type of freedom is very lightweight. It's all about being very free. It's not just freedom. It's like, again, a lightweight freedom. That's the best way I can describe what I feel for you, Gemini. So I feel like you're moving towards something where maybe it isn't so heavy, where life and decisions and things like that aren't so heavy. So you are making changes in your life to create this reality. The Ten of Wands kind of says you're at the end. He is about to reach his home back here. And what he is carrying is a harvest. So it's like he is burdened, but he's at the end. He's at the end of, experiencing these heavy burdens that he's been experiencing for a long time. Next, you have this Swan Spirit. This card says time for a deep dive. I get a lot of things popping into my head for you. I feel a lot of people are kind of, putting their feelings and things like along those lines, like into your head. I would be very careful with that. I feel like you need to look at how you feel about situations. For some of you, it's kind of weird with that Ten of Wands. I feel like there is an opportunity. I wouldn't call it an opportunity, number one. I feel like there's something going on in your life that could be you adding more burdens onto your shoulders. I feel like this is saying, but do you really want to do it? That's what I'm talking about here. There could be some obligations, right? Let's put it that way. But I feel like this is saying you don't need to accept these obligations into your life. I feel like these obligations could belong to other people. So I would just, so that's something I would look at. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying there could be some situations that don't belong to you that aren't your responsibility. But it's almost like I kind of see in my head that there could be some responsibilities that you're making yours, even though they don't belong to you, like I said. You have the Strength card, the Temperance card, and the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is kind of a sacrifice because there is this woman and the child in the boat here. They only have the clothes on their back. They're crossing these choppy waters, and they are leaving their entire life behind. They are moving on, and they're not bringing anything with them. It represents a very big change, so they're moving on across the choppy waters to get to the calmer shores for the hopes of a brighter future. But again, they're making a big sacrifice. They're leaving everything behind that they know. And here you go, Gemini. Here's your brighter future right here. So clearly I feel you are moving towards a much brighter future. Again, what you're leaving behind, I feel like you already have tried to change with the Temperance card. I feel like you were patient. You have two cards of patience here. I'm just going to bring up both. You have the Strength card and the Temperance card. I like that the Strength card comes up here because it says, even if you have regrets or disappointments, it's weird. I'm getting like Five of Cups vibes on that Three of Swords for whatever reason. Like regrets, disappointments, all that stuff is popping into my head. The Strength card tells me you learned a lot. So don't have regrets. Don't be disappointed. Like, if you went back to an ex and it didn't work out. I just have like those types of things popping into my head here, Gemini, where it's like you tried to fix a situation with the Temperance card. You tried to be patient. You tried to work things out maybe, and it just didn't work out. So this is a very simple row. I feel like it's saying, you tried to fix something, maybe it didn't work out. That's fine. You learned a lot from it. That's the whole point. And now you're moving towards a brighter future, plain and simple. I like where this is going. You have this Stork card. It says news of a birth or a new business opportunity. And you also have September. Pretty interesting. There are a couple of these month cards in this deck, the tea leaf fortune cards or whatever. And a lot of people this week in particular have been getting cards September, October, November. So clearly there could be a lot of good stuff coming in, or there could just be new opportunities coming in for all of us around that time. We do have the second set of eclipses around that time as well, starting in October, November. That's when the two eclipses will happen, the next set. So, I'm wondering, could it be bringing something in? Could we just be letting things go and starting new opportunities at that time? Totally possible, right? So, it could be around that time frame. But I feel you're working on something new already. You have the Three of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Sun. Like I said, I feel there could be some residual sadness here with the Three of Swords, but like I was getting more disappointments, more regrets, not necessarily Three of Swords type of energy. Three of Swords is about forgiveness. I feel like the person that needs forgiving is yourself, so I'd say don't beat yourself up over anything here, Gemini. If you're like beating yourself up over, past situations, past decisions, whatever, disappointments, regrets, I would definitely let that stuff go with the Three of Swords, because again, I feel you just don't need to beat yourself up over anything. The Two of Wands is also a card of leaving something behind. A lot of people have had the Two of Wands this week. It's pretty crazy. The Two of Wands has been coming up a lot, but he's basically, something from the past is complete, and now he's reaching forward to this new wand, and he's moving on to something new. So kind of like a pretty down and dirty way of reading the Two of Wands, but I feel like you're just reaching forward to something new. And what are you reaching forward to is a brighter future right here. I just keep getting the word bright future on this Sun card. And so we're just going to go with it because I like it. And we're going to clarify and see, like, what is this brighter future? What are you heading towards? All that other good stuff. Let's see. With the Four of Wands, you have the Strength card. Again, like I said, I feel like you stuck something out, are the words I'm getting here. Could be a marriage, could be a relationship, could be a commitment to a job, but now it's time for change. I feel like something didn't work out in the past, whether you tried to fix a marriage, like I said, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And again, I'm just getting learning on that Strength card. I feel like you became stronger because you went through that, whatever you went through, whatever you stuck it out in, or stuck it out through. And, like I said, I feel like it's a good thing. With the Magician, you have the Three of Pentacles. This could be something that you're hoping for. Three of Pentacles is like teamwork. So if you're looking for love, I feel like you're hoping, again, the Magician, he's pointing down to the Six of Swords right here. So with the Three of Pentacles, it's like you're hoping to move towards with this happier, brighter future. I feel like you're hoping to work towards, teamwork, quality. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And again, if it's love, Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork. With the Four of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Again, it's just like repeating. It's just the reading is repeating itself at this point. So I feel like you're definitely moving on from the burdens, from the heavy weights. Like I said, I would be very careful of accepting extra burdens into your life, especially if you truly don't want to do something. I feel it's very important with this Swan card to kind of really examine yourself, to really go within and say, if maybe I just get all sorts of stuff here, like a family member needing help, someone needing help with money or something like that. It could be anything, could be help with their children, or I'm getting all sorts of stories here. And I feel like you really need to make sure that you're not getting walked all over. Again, I'm not telling you what to do here, obviously. I don't think tarot can tell you what to do, but I am just saying, make sure you're not getting walked all over. With the Strength card, you have the the Emperor. Like I said, I feel like you are becoming much stronger, and you're becoming more assertive as well, which is exactly probably why you had to go back to something so that you could. I feel like the lesson you learned is to stick up for what you want. for a small percentage of you, I feel like you kind of already made a sacrifice in the sense that maybe you stayed in a marriage that you knew you wanted to leave, and you sacrificed another opportunity. Now you're kind of regretting it. Three of Swords. That's a story that's popping into my head. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, it could be a job. It's like maybe your boss begged you to stay at a job when you had another opportunity. You didn't take it. You regret it. Doesn't matter. I feel like there's a much better opportunity coming in for you. You'll be perfectly fine. But again, I feel like you learned to stick up for yourself. You can't make this stuff up. I literally said the Chariot. I started to say the Chariot. There you go. So with the Temperance card, you have the Chariot, a victory, success, moving towards a victory or success here. That's pretty crazy. And yeah, I feel like you're just moving towards bigger and better things. Chariot is as above, so below. So really good card for manifesting. With the Six of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Like I said, a sacrifice. You're just separating away from something. Again, Six of Swords, you're moving on from one thing, moving towards another. Five of Swords, obviously, is a card of conflict, but really it's a card of separation. It's a card of walking away from something, and all that other good stuff. So, I don't know what to say there. That's it. With the Three of Swords, you have the Lovers. Like I said, this could be having to do with love. The Lovers traditionally was a card of being at a crossroads. So I feel, and the Chariot is kind of similar. On the Chariot, the two Sphinxes are facing opposite directions. It's kind of like you have a choice in what direction to go in. I feel like you need to tap into your higher self. This right here is your higher self angel. And so I feel listening to your higher self, like meditating, going into nature, all those things, you could be getting a lot of answers by doing that. With the Two of Wands, you have the Hangman. A lot of people get the Hangman this week as well. So, I feel a lot of people are coming out of Hangman mode. You have the Sun, which is a card of enlightenment. The Hangman, his head is glowing right here, Gemini, and he has gained enlightenment. He made a sacrifice. Like I said, you made a sacrifice already. And he's gained information. Like I said, you've been learning with the Strength card. So there you go. Basically, just the reading repeating itself. And with the Sun, you have the Knight of Wands. There you go. Much more fun, much more spontaneous energy, much more freedom as well. It's interesting. The Four of Wands is a card of freedom. And the Knight of Wands, the Sun, cards of freedom. So I feel like you're gaining a lot of freedom in this reading by kind of like moving towards a brighter future. I still need more detail. Sometimes I feel like the cards are like, no, sometimes we just can't know, right? We just can't know all the details. But I just want to say, can we get more like a final outcome for this brighter future for Gemini? You have the World. Love it. The World is an accomplishment. So you're definitely accomplishing things. It's also a card of birth. I always say the World is kind of like a card of being stuck in the squeeze. It says you've been through a lot of difficulties and challenges, and now you're popping out the other side. It's like being pushed through a squeeze or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I feel like is going on here. But good. Middle row, Devil. I feel like you're letting go of this toxic energy. I feel like this is that, like a person from the past, if this was a relationship. For others, it's something that you felt bound and stuck to. And Hierophant as your final outcome, which is a lot of learning. So again, I feel like you learned a lot from this situation, whatever it is. And now you're putting that learning into action. I do feel like there's new love coming in for you. Sorry, I'm just nosy, Gemini. Yeah, there's like victory, good news. I do feel like there's communication coming in for you as far as love is concerned. Probably in the future. I just had July pop into my head, but that could be a birthday. It could be a Leo. You have Leo twice here too. So I just got July, so maybe it's a Leo that's coming in for you, but I feel like it's going to be very passionate though. Ace of Wands, 2 aces. Definitely a very passionate new beginning coming in for you. Really, I feel like your future is bright here, Gemini. I'm not getting much detail about the future, but like I said, like I've said before, I don't trust any reader that claims to know everything, right? Sometimes we're just not meant to know. So I feel like there's a bright future. What is it? I have no clue. There you go. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.